Hi friends, Mrs. South Dakota International 2020, Coach Victoria here, and I'm just going to share some of my favorite things. I call them Pics. The first one that I want to share with you is my daughter and I, we had a lot of road trips this summer, and one of the ones that we went on was to my pageant in Tennessee, and there's no Dunkin' Donuts here in South Dakota, and that is one of the places that she loves to go to. So I usually don't get anything other than a black coffee, but this time I said, you know what, I want to try something. So I'm looking, because you know how now you can go into any place and they have all the calories listed there. I said, let me try this Caramel Macchiato, just a small one. And so I tried it and I fell in love. I just became, I felt like I could live off of that. So it was so delicious, and really even the small one was just about 150 calories, so not terrible. And so as we were doing our road trip, you know, certain different occasions and times, I would just treat myself when we would go by a Dunkin' Donuts and get one of those. And just I counted into my daily calories, though. You guys know that that is so important to do. But I said, when I get home, I want to make a healthy version of this caramel macchiato. I do drink coffee, so I like that. I have caramel shakes, that's one of my favorite flavors, and then vanilla as well. And then I found this caramel syrup that I wanted to try. Zero sugar, 0 calories. And I did take a little taste. It has a lot of flavors. So we are going to actually do this together for the very first time, and then we can tweak it. And it's always just to how you taste, how your taste buds would like something. Now you have to have a lot of ice. So start with a tall cup or glass full of ice, almost to the top. Now, one of the things I want to try, these are two of my favorite protein shakes. I find a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you are snacks and meals that are on the go. I eat about 5 to 6 meals a day, and really only 1 or 2 of them are at home. So I'm always looking for ways that I can pack protein, carbohydrates, my fat, just my meals and snacks, so that I'll have something that I can eat every 3 to 4 hours. And so the Quest is a salted caramel flavor. It has 30 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbs, and just 1 gram of sugar. I've had this before. It's delicious. Like I said, I love caramel flavor. Now, Premier Protein, this is another one, a ready to drink protein shake on the go. I'm fine with it cold or even warm, but it does. Usually most people will like it cold, so you can chill it. This one is 30 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and low fat. So this one has they both actually have 160 calories. Okay, Premier Protein, I got this one from Costco, and Quest you can pretty much get at any supermarket. They'll have that, and Walmart also, I believe, carries it. Now, and then the caramel syrup, Walden Farms. This is a new brand to me, I'm going to be honest with you, but the girl recommended it at the supermarket, so I want to definitely try it. And what I love about it is that it's 0 calories, so I don't have to, some of the low sugar ones still had calories, so there was a limit that you could put, how much you could put in. So this I can just go to taste. Now what I want to do is kind of, even though I've had both of these protein shakes, I've never tasted them side by side just to see which one has the most caramel flavor. So that's what I want to do right now. Caramel flavor, good, love it. This one has a little bit more caramel flavor, the salted caramel Quest. So this is the one that I'm going to use. I still love you, you're good. Now, I'm only going to use half, because remember I said that it's 160 calories. Nothing's wrong with that. I could count it in, but I only want to use half. It's 30 grams of protein, and our bodies really only assimilate, especially women, about 15 to 20 grams of protein at one time. So I'm going to put in half. And this is an 11 ounce. So I can kind of feel it out, but you can pull out your measuring cup if you want to, but I can kind of feel where I'm at half. And the way that they do it at Dunkin' Donuts is they do put the cream or the milk in there first, so that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to put in some of their caramel syrup. Now, I did taste it. Tastes like caramel, very flavorful, very strong. So I'm just going to use a drop because it'll be easier to add more if I want than it is to take away. It's kind of thick. That's a good thing. And then I have a cup of coffee here. You can use regular coffee, decaf, whatever you like. And that's just about perfect. So I've got the cream or the protein shake down here and the coffee at the top. Now, it is important to stir it up. I have had it when I just sipped it and you don't get the full flavor, so you do want to stir it. It is good. It tastes like the caramel macchiato. I'm going to put a little bit more caramel. I love the caramel. Actually, I guess I put a lot more. That was probably, I'm really good by eye, guys. That was probably about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half. I really want to taste that sweetness. And you know what's also good about that is that's another way that you can satisfy your sweet tooth without going off of your plan, without blowing a bunch of calories on something that's really not that healthy for you. Yes. Yes. Loving that. That is good. I could live off of this. And it's healthy for me. So now I've got a healthy caramel macchiato version that has about 15 grams of protein because I used half of the shake. I'm going to say I used about 2 tablespoons of this caramel syrup. Again, you can use it to taste. Or if you don't like caramel, that's okay. Well, if you don't like caramel, I'm not sure we could be friends. Just kidding. But you can use any other flavoring that you like as well. And this could be a meal replacement or a snack because it's under 100 calories. That's one of my favorite things. Now, I'm going to share some more of my favorite snacks. Let's see. Now, if you do want a powdered shake, one of my favorites is Arbonne. You have to get it through a representative, and if you need one, then I can definitely put you in touch. I don't generally like chocolate shakes. Most of my meal replacement shakes like this are either caramel or vanilla, but I love their chocolate flavor. What I love about this brand is that it's all natural and vegan, and you can just use 2 scoops is 160 calories. So again, I love to be able to manipulate for myself how many calories that I'm going to get and how much protein. Let me tell you that also. So for the 2 scoops of protein, 20 grams. All right. And ways that I like to use that, you can mix up a smoothie in your NutriBlender or in one of those cups that have the shakers. You can shake that. So sometimes I'll just carry the powder around with me and I'll mix it with water. No, it's not as tasty maybe, but I'm getting the nutrients that my body needs, and that's the main thing. What I've also done with some vanilla protein powder is put over my oatmeal or in my yogurt, and that's another way of getting more protein and then mixing it with your carbohydrates to make a complete meal in that. So that's some on the protein. Now, protein comes in so many different great ways, and I'm talking a lot about protein. It's one of the macronutrients that's so important, and macronutrients is just a big word to encompass protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And then you have your micronutrients, which are your vitamins, your minerals, antibiotics, and antioxidants, excuse me. So now, this is another protein that I like. It's a protein infused water, and I got this from the supermarket. What I really love about this is that this whole bottle is 60 calories and 15 grams of protein and 0 sugar. So sometimes I like to make refreshers out of that. Refresher is just more of a fruity seltzer type drink. My daughter loves them from, say, Scooters. So I will mix this with maybe a flavored seltzer water and protein. Now I'm getting refreshed and getting the nutrients that I need. And it's 60 calories, it's protein, so a lot of times I might eat a piece of fruit with that, and then that I can get my carbohydrates from that as well. Now, I also love bars. Pure protein bar. They have a lot of different flavors. I usually buy the box that comes in 3 different flavors. This particular one is chocolate deluxe. 21 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar, and 180 calories. Okay, so this is something I can carry. I can put it in my gym bag, throw it in my pocketbook, backpack, wherever, and keep them handy so that I can have a meal or a snack on the go. What I love about, there are also replacements that have, say, protein and carbohydrates. I like to be able to control each facet. So I don't generally like to have my proteins and carbohydrates already in a drink, because maybe I want a different fruit that day, or maybe I want to have crackers, or whatever it might be. So that's why I really go for things that are concentrated protein, more protein than anything else in them. And another one of my favorite things are these tuna pouches. These are from StarKist. They have maybe about a dozen different flavors. I love them because they're easy to pack on the go. Can put it in my cooler, my backpack, my lunch bag, my gym bag, and just I'll keep. We always have utensils in our cars and things like that. You can always get a fork or a spoon, but they're easy. 110 calories, 18 grams of protein, and I just can eat that very quickly. Doesn't take much time, and you can just try the different flavors and see which ones you like. This one's a lemon pepper, and then a hickory smoked. Now again, so with that I might have an apple. That would be my carbohydrate with it. You could also have a piece of cheese. That would give you some fat, or some almonds. And or you could have maybe a half a bagel or some crackers, and then that's going to keep your meals, because you know I'm also about the 200 calorie meals. Usually I'm trying to keep, give or take of course, but I'm trying to keep around 200. And you say, well, how did you come up with 200 calories? That's because, like I said, I generally eat 5 to 6 meals a day. And if it's 6 meals a day at 200 calories, that's 1,200 calories. That's the least amount you ever want to be having. And like I said, generally it's still going to be a little bit more than that. But that's really where I came up with it when I was working on losing weight. You know, I've lost 65 pounds, I'm keeping it off. And these are the ways that I'm sharing with you of how I'm doing it. And I cannot neglect one of my other very, very favorite things that I have every day. This is my cereal, Fiber One. I really can't say enough about it. I really should be their spokesperson, because I have this, and let me just tell you some of the stats on it first. So for 2/3 of a cup, 90 calories. I'm not worried about the carbohydrates here, because our bodies, we need carbohydrates, but it's 34 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of protein, and zero sugar. Okay. So it's just a little amount, but I have that in the morning with my Activia yogurt. And I love that combination, as well as then I also have my almond milk and or cashew milk, and I get that from the Silk brand. And those are 25 and 30 calories for a cup. So a lot that you're getting, high in protein there. So this is one of my absolute favorite things. I usually make sure that I have about 2 or 3 boxes in the house because I will not run out of this. It's one of my daily support systems, I'll call it. Okay, so I hope that some of that helped you, and share some of what's helping you to lose weight. And if there's anything else that you want to know about what I do, then just subscribe and click and make comments down at the bottom, and I'm happy. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so I love to see all the comments and likes, and just help me to reach my goal of really teaching girls and women to love who they are, believe in themselves, and live victoriously. And I want you to remember to stay strong, body, mind, and spirit. Till next time.